morning and welcome to the second day of the year 2026. That's why I welcome you to the final edition of this week program when Epic Sports will be come to you from Monday, so today Friday. And of course, inside this edition of Epic Sports, this second day in the month of January 2026, we are excited. We're into the new year, and of course, we are rebranding the progress of this sporting program we are bringing to you, which wherever they get in 2025, we'll have a fresh energy, fresh mind, and fresh ideas for bringing to you in 2026, and perhaps one for even broadening the scope of sporting in this country. We don't just for the come and talk about things which we think that get any progress for making in terms of sport development. We are rebranding Epic Sports, and we are here to stay, and we'll bring to you what be even the gets in 2025. We are starting really hot in 2026. So this morning in the program, we're going to talk to somebody with a lot of expertise in grassroots football and progress in developing players for enhance their potential and play professional football. So the topic of discussion this morning. Now, all of the topics in 2026, what you call, now that topic they will be based with discussion on. We know one for we take, you ask anything, we know relating to what we discuss on that particular day. One for change that in 2026. So the program this morning that is there a clear and effective pathway from grassroots football to professional clubs in Sierra Leone? I go again, the topic this morning that is there a clear and effective pathway from grassroots football to professional clubs in Sierra Leone? So making a sense in with local language now that if proper pathway day for player them where they come up from grassroots and join the Premier League clubs, now with top flight football. If we really get an effective, if true, we really effective, we get a pathway from players where they come up from grassroots, so they then come to professional level and begin play the elite league. If we really get an effective, the word underline the word effective pathway. So if we can't talk to him on that, we're going to talk to Doc Kendall Decker, who are currently based in the United, not the UK, pardon me, based in the UK. We go talk to him this morning online. If I can't tell we exactly if there is an effective pathway for players where they come up from grassroots football and join professional clubs in the country. So this is our topic of discussion this morning. We guessed it's already set. We're going to talk to them virtually, but you can always follow the show live on our Facebook page and all of our social media handles. Not going to miss any of the highlights of the program this morning, or perhaps you tune in to 99.3 FM, and of course, don't drop the dial as you could do with me for the rest 1 hour, as we will bring to you extensively in all of this. But I'll go for a quick break. When we come, we'll talk to Kendall Decker.
If you look for best betting experience, register with 1xBet today and enjoy when you register with 1xBet. I say, then go give you 200% bonus by your first deposit. And when you complete your registration, side day, we then go ask you for put your official promo code. Just put AMS232. 1xBet. Try get on your phone. 1xBet get fine game them. Like casino game, card game. And they all get sober winning. They get football, basketball, tennis, and boku other one them with live updates. Register with your phone and make sure say you register with valid ID card. And when you done your registration, screenshot them for Bambai. You can withdraw and deposit with Colats, with Orange Money, Afri Money, 1xBet Cash, MasterCard, or Visa Card. 1xBet, they sponsor La Liga, Serie A, League One, Confederation of African Football, and a partnership with FC Cologne. That not done, then get them brand ambassador them. Let Yemata, the Laughing Matter, Crack Twist and Zamza, Robino, the comedian, and plenty other one them. 1xBet, play on today. Forget you're winning. And not forget to bet responsibly. The office in Lumley Beach Road by Empire Night Club. But if you're not able to reach there, call on a telephone number 076 100 338 or 078 206 171. Experience Register with 1xBet today and enjoy when you register with 1xBet. I say, then go give you 200% bonus by your first deposit. And when you complete your registration, side we then go ask you for put your official promo code. Just put AMS232. 1xBet. Try get on your phone. 1xBet get fine game them like casino game, card game, and they all get sober winning. They get football, basketball, tennis, and boku other one them with live updates. Register with your phone and make sure say you register with valid ID card. And when you done your registration, screenshot them for Bambai. You can withdraw and deposit with Colats, with Orange Money, Afri Money, 1xBet Cash, Mastercard, or Visa Card. 1xBet, they sponsor La Liga, Serie A, League One, Confederation of African Football, and a partnership with FC Cologne. That not done, then get them brand ambassador them like Yemata, the Laughing Matter, Crack Twist and Zamza, Robino, the comedian, and plenty other one them. 1xBet, play on today, forget you're winning. And not forget to bet responsibly. The office in Lumley Beach Road by Empire Night Club. But if you're not able to reach there, call them a telephone number 076 100 338 or 078 206 171. Experience. Register with 1xBet today and enjoy when you register with 1xBet. I say, then go give you 200% bonus by your first deposit. And when you complete your registration, side we then go ask you for put your official promo code. Just put AMS232. 1xBet. Try get on your phone. 1xBet get fine game them like casino game, card game, and they all get sober winning. They get football, basketball, tennis, and boku other one them with live updates. Register with your phone and make sure say you register with valid ID card. And when you done your registration, screenshot them for Bambai. You can withdraw and deposit with Colats, with Orange Money, Afri Money, 1xBet Cash, Mastercard, or Visa Card. 1xBet, they sponsor La Liga, Serie A, League One, Confederation of African Football, and a partnership with FC Cologne. That not done, then get them brand ambassador them like Yemata, the Laughing Matter, Crack Twist and Zamza, Robino, the comedian, and plenty other one them. 1xBet, play on today, forget you're winning. And not forget to bet responsibly. The office in Lumley Beach Road by Empire Night Club. But if you're not able to reach there, call them a telephone number 076 100 338 or 078 206 171. 1xBet, I'll win you this week.
Welcome back from the break on 99.3 FM this morning. You listen to it live, as I rightly don't mention within with the discourse this morning in the program. It's just it has to be about the effectiveness. If really we get an effective pathway for players when they come on grassroots and join with professional clubs, we go refer to a league as a professional league, despite. If we really want to look at them as a professional league, there are a lot of factors we're involved, but we're not going to go into all of that. Let's say because players are given contract, so let's just agree that we are still playing a professional league. We're joined by Kendall Decker, a soccer coach and an instructor as well. We also get a UEFA license, so we guess this morning he's fully rich and get the knowledge about grassroots football. And what are the pathways for effective transformation of players? Good morning, Kendall, and welcome to Epic Sports again. Happy New Year to you and your family.
Good morning, Toby. Good morning, Sierra Leone. Happy New Year. Thanks for having me, guys.
We topic of discussion this morning, a broader, not just which we can discuss. We decide for portion so we could get a fruitful conversation this morning, and we listeners out there and will get an opportunity for be part of the program and some parts in the program as well. We are creating something different. Reginald is the one producing the program this morning, so there'll come a time he gets 5 questions when himself get for send, and then questions then they could be asked directly to you on behalf of the producer of the show. So that is one of our new formats we'll implement in this 2026, by the way, so it will come to you as strange. So let's get into this conversation now. I want to underline the word effectiveness and pathway. Do you think, are we rushing our players at a young age for just getting Premier League football, or you feel say we not even don't do them right? Because I vividly remember there are players who start to play Salon Premier League at the age of 15. It is not bad. I understand that is not bad. But do you think that is an effective pathway?
Well, it's it's difficult to judge them because the teams then they play the best player then where they get. So if you best player then where you able for come up with now 15, 16 or 17-year old, then you not get any choice now for play them because those are the best players you can find. So the age, as like you said, age is just a number. Um, so yeah, I know say some team them get very young squad. But if that's the best players then for then get for come up with, then yeah, I guess it's
No, no,
I won't criticize them.
I beg, please, yes. But I definitely want for you make mention that if you get youth players, they are the best players, so you just get forgotten the opportunity. Quite understandable. But let's make example to my club that I'm supporting. I'm an Arsenal fan. Max Downman is about now he's 16 years. He's one of the best, one of the best prospects in the academy structure. He don't be featured in the first team. He is good, but Arteta go say because he's good, let it just be a first team player without acquiring the necessary guidelines or pathway for become an elite or professional footballer.
Yeah, because in England and in other structured league, them you get the U21 league, you get is it the U21 or U23 league for the B team then? You get leagues separately for the B team then, and you get youth league throughout the age groups that's running concurrently with the English Premier League, same calendar, same number of games, and you even get a UEFA Youth League. You get a UEFA Youth League where that they play, and then they play against other teams they all around Europe. Salon don't get nothing like that. Salon we get Division 1 or Division 2, but then league then they barely play. This season they're not even play the Division 1 and Division 2 from last season.
Yeah.
So I know so that we get that talent ID league, but that I think you 15 or you 19 or so. That league there was not well organized and it was only Freetown. So there is nothing much consistent for young players them. So then club there where they get good players then when they want to let them they play, they are forced to play them now the senior team. Unfortunately, because they don't get any other consistent pathway.
All right. Now let's look at this now. How do young players typically transition from a local let's say from a local grassroots club or schools to a professional team? How do players typically transition? How players did they transition from either their local clubs or identify them in schools before they join a professional team?
Well, most players they don't they part of a professional academy since the age of 9.
Lo we can do for Salon. We will not get proper academies. What I want to ask, let we break down to we on side now. We don't get proper academy. So I want for you you talk how what are the transition. Now the transition I want to let you because what we are doing this morning now that let we teach on how we for take players from grassroots join to a club. So I'd ask the question again: how young players them typically they be transition from maybe some are spotted in their local clubs and in community or some in their school. So I want to know how then transition how should we do those transition? How did they do them?
Yes, that's a good question because we not get really any standard way our player in the transition right now Salon. So how we can do it is by having a consistent youth league. So for example that talent development scheme league.
Yeah.
Um, it has to be more consistent, more organized, and it has to be national um, instead of just free time. And then we need for revive the school league system again.
Okay.
That be don't stop from the time when maybe they go school in the 90s or so. They don't try for bring and come here and there, but we need for revive that again because we can find some diamond in there, some player in there, and the Division One and Division Two league they need for run in the regular calendar from October from September or October to May or June, not at the end of the season. They're not even doing this year itself. Not at the end of the season, just for pick team there for qualify. You run like a 2 month gala. You call it Division One and Division Two league. So then league then they need for be consistent because if you now say FC Cologne for example, those are where you play your B team, the Division One, Division Two.
Mm-hmm.
That's where your under 19, under 21 player then go they play. So in that way now, you give time to the young player then for develop without playing them in the senior team.
All right. Now let's also take this into consideration. And for a player who gets a very good progression, then it has to be about scout. Because if you talk about grassroots football, it's about people who identify this talent that they force with the start. Now, you feel say we don't get sufficient scouting network and talent identification system in place for enhance young players. You feel say we don't really able to get a proper scouting network in this country will make the job easy because we are in the 21st century. Forget players now, datally based for being one of the most easy thing now for they do as a country. But we don't even have proper data system in tracking our players. What do you think we should do about that?
There are different steps. Well, obviously we do not have any form of professional scouting network in the country. So number one, you train people for scout players. You provide the training. So that's part of coaching education. So you train people as scouts um, to be able to analyze player where they are live match, like watching live match in person, or watching a match from like video, where they're live or recording,
Okay.
to be able to analyze the player, to be able to make a presentation, to be able to read the data and all that. So no, number one, the training, coaching education. That's part of coaching education. We get for train people and for be performance analysts, for be talent ID specialists and all that. Number two, within the Premier League itself, it needs to be professionalized. And this is not just the Premier League, even the youth leagues them. The youth leagues them at the top level, they need to implement video analytics within the league. And this is one of the things that's badly needed because you cannot call a league a professional league. You don't get any form of video analytics in the league.
For the
The
league, for the
only
league, let me understand. For the league, or do you think that should be the responsibility of the clubs?
No, it's the responsibility of the league.
Okay.
Well, the clubs as well. Uh, like if me they run a club that's alone, I go implement anything in there for myself because I'm knowledgeable, but then I know how important it is.
So
But
pardon me, how would the analysts act? How don't able for do them work when they represent the board? How would the board analyze those things? How will they work? Because I have to understand that the Premier League board, let's say the Premier League board, find the analyst in analyzing the outcome. Is it just for the Premier League, or then go push some of these to the Sierra Leone Football Association about, say, this is what we analyze in the whole of this league season? Is that what you're saying?
so the league therefore invest in professional equipment for record and stream the games.
Yes.
So that's first. Then invest in the software then that's needed to extract data then from then game then day, beyond the regular goals and assists, because that's the only stat we they get from the league right now: goals and assists. So the league gets for invest generally with the proper camera, proper equipment in general for support the cameras, and the necessary software then that's needed for extract data. So data where you go for tell how many touches this defender make or striker, how many successful pass they make, what distance that they cover, and all that in the goals, chances created, expected goals, we call it XG, all the data and the number we they able to get from games, whether it's Champions League or Premier League or La Liga. So the Premier League in general is responsible for provide the equipment and resources. And then now the individual clubs them be able for access now their reports and they from that central from the Premier League.
Okay.
Now the role now of the analysts them now for the individual clubs them now for analyze the opponents them or the own team their performance individually, and what do they need to do it. They also will need their own data analysis software, uh, but that is just to support waiting the standard one when the Premier League already don't provide. Um, because for analyze opponent, you can just look at the games and you look at the data where the Premier League provide, and you as an analyst, you dey look at maybe certain topic, maybe wetin they try for work on is if you go and go lost game 3-0, you dey try for work on for improve you defending for the next game. So the individual analysts then they narrow their analysis to a particular topic area where they want for work on. So they're not even the recording right now that's been provided. You can still do them for your individual club. The only thing, no, you not go get the data then, but you can still go and go watch game where we don't play before, and analyze that game day for work on your team for improve the next game, or analyze or watch a game where the team where you there about for play next weekend, watch 2 or 3 of the last game them, go on Facebook or FIFA Plus and watch their game then day, and then you see how they defend and set piece them or how they score and goal them, and you analyze them match the day, and you put together a report for your team and for your head coach, how for either prevent that team there from scoring against you where you can't play them the next weekend, or how for score against them, which are the weakness them. So it's kind of like a two force. In as I say, standard the Premier League should provide the standard access in terms of proper equipment and the data them. But individual clubs can train analysts, can get their own analysts them as well, where they analyze games them for their own team specifically.
All right. Now let's look at the structures. So really, what are all the structures that would exist for grassroots football development? What are the structures we need for establish first? Because if one forget grassroots football rights, we need for establish the structures. So what are the structures where really they exist in terms of grassroots football development? Let's talk about the structures.
Coaching education, very, very important.
Okay. Is that one of the?
That's one.
Not the main. Not the main one, or okay. Now, just list all four. We then let ask the question. Which one for really focus on as a start?
Yeah, first you need to have the coaches. Number two, you need to forget a consistent league in every single age group. Well, not every single age group per se, in every age category. So you like here in the US or in Europe, grassroots football for the most part, except for Spain actually, it's we do every single age from under 8, in some cases even under 7 or under 6, and you go every single age. In Spain, then they do on 2 age, every other age. So Spain then they start from like under 8, I believe, and then go 10, 12, 10, 12, 14, like every 2 age groups. Then. So if you are 9, you they play under 10 na Spain. And but let's say for example Barcelona Academy, then go get like 3 or 4 under 10 team. So because you they play for 2 years now each category. Because when you come out 8-year-old, you go 9-year-old, you they play under 10, and then when you reach 10-year-old, you still they play under 10. So that 2 years. So now if you are 9, especially if you body small, you young and everything, you they play under 10. But that under 10, the way you play for, say, Barcelona, for example, you play in Barcelona, then C team, or then B team, or even the D team under 10, while you're 9 years old. You see what I mean? So you're going to play maybe Division 3 or Division 4 now under 10 league. And then when you reach 10-year-old, you play at the A or B team. But you get some players that were very talented. Even though when they're all 9, they're young, then they play at the top team. So then they play with players that were big passes for by 1 year. In the Salon context, I think I will go more on with the Spain system for the 2 age group, because clubs do not get the resources they forget teams now every single each age group. So Salon context, if not me, they write them program, then I will start from under 9, then I go under 11, 13, 15, 17, and then under 20 in the Salon context. So yeah, you can't forget consistent league from at least under 9 all the way to under 17 or under 20.
All right, let's take one more question before we go for break. Now, let's talk about the clubs. You mentioned some age that is really worth for what we do as a country, but the reality is some club not even get a second team. Before talk about even get an all age bracket. I can name few clubs: FC Cologne. I can point fingers. Star Sports Academy, Loawa. I think these are the few clubs where I will mention. One, no say, gets team for 8 brackets of 12, 14, 16, and so on. But you feel, say, professional clubs, them don't really invest. Let not say professional club, let people understand. If you say like Premier League clubs, them don't really invest in youth football development or feeder relationship with grassroots teams. If you say we really don't get the establishment, the follow clubs then no say Alec will not own this club partially, but we can be a supporting system to one small feeder club would exist around the community with the Premier League club there. Do you think that relationship don't really establish in order for lessening cost of even signing players after 5 or 6 years?
To the best of my knowledge, no, not really. It's not. It doesn't exist. You do have some people where they manage players them, where they give them to some of them Premier League club there also, but there is no set system, and we got to start from somewhere. Um, so my suggestion basically to lessen the burden on the Premier League them, or sorry, on the Premier League clubs them, they can just go by the FIFA, by the CAF club licenses requirement. We require like part of the club license requirement, require professional teams them forget at least a minimum of 3 youth teams, to the best of my knowledge.
Not
So
at US?
no, CAF.
Okay,
Africa.
CAF, CAF. Go ahead, sorry. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So it require for professional teams them. So that is a standard requirement for be a club. So I think that's a good start. So you don't need for say you don't need for pressure clubs them because resources to have youth teams it's not cheap. So you don't need for pressure the professional league club they say they forget team a full-fledged academy from every single age group. You can start with the CAF club license requirement. We require club them forget 3 youth teams them. So that can start from under 15 and under 17 and then under 20 or a Division 2 team. So that's your 3 teams right there.
But also get
So they can
but CAF also give them the power that they could get collaboration with small feeder teams for make the requirements accessible. But these are things the way they know some of the clubs
Yes.
don't even go close to for do.
Yes, and that's the second part. So yes, so now CAF say you can collaborate, you can get into a partnership, especially on the women's side, because they also require professional team. Don't forget a female team, and then say you can collaborate. But both on the youth and women's side, you can get into a partnership with a grassroots club and use that there as your youth team or your female team. You get a partnership with a female club. So so that's 2 different ways they can do them, or they can do both. So they can manage the U15, U17, and under 20 or Division 2 team for themselves, and then for the younger age group that's pretty much the second part I was just about to say. For the younger age groups they can work with several grassroots clubs in the area where they can get into like partnerships. Say if you get a player where basically good enough for play for we and make a senior debut, we will compensate you in a certain way. And if that player they move on and we sell that player there, you will get this certain percentage. That's how it's done in Europe. Like again, whether it's Barcelona, whether it's Arsenal, then get collaboration with dozens of grassroots clubs in the region, where they get players from, and they help them in terms of coaching, education, equipment, and all that thing. So that is something that we need for clubs that need for implement that's alone. But this all boils down to the leadership from the football association, where for provide all the guidance and again puts the systems in place and training and provide the training as well.
All right.
For clubs that forget the understanding.
Let's take this final question before we go for break. Family, listen to Epic Sports on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. This is now second edition of the year 2026. We've been there so yesterday again. So we did discuss about if we get the effective pathway for grassroots players for joining professional clubs in the country. Now, let's look at what are the barriers. Which are some of the barriers in making this progression? What are the main barriers in making this progression from being a grassroots player so to you come to the level of a professional player? What are the main barriers to progression?
The main barriers is the absence. Obviously, even though there has been some infrastructural development, but it's still very, very insufficient. We still get ways to go, but there is a lot of reason to hope, because you get whether it's Kai, recently Lions with the Trade Center, FC Cologne is doing a lot of development. Adriano as well is trying to do something with Waterloo. You get all the projects there, so where they're in place, but we still need more. We need a lot more. Governments need to do something with football infrastructure or sport infrastructure. We need as many decent playing facilities and surface them as possible. So that's one of the main barriers. Facilities in infrastructure. Second barrier, obviously, is without a properly run or sustainable Premier League, it will be difficult for the club them afford a youth academy.
Okay.
So the Premier League, we need to monetize the Premier League. We need to market the Premier League, and implementing these things, as I mentioned earlier, proper video analytic, what we call video telestration, and stream the match, like market the league, attract more fans. Then, the more fans the way you get, the more revenue you can have. Professionalize these clubs, put together systems in place that encourages investment. That should be the main focus on the Premier League. The clubs needs to be able to generate revenue. The leagues should be able to generate revenue for invest in their own facilities, them, not just in youth, in the players, them, in the youth teams, them, but each club get their own facilities, them. So those are pretty much the main barrier, and then you go now to obviously the training and education.
All right. So now we go for a quick commercial break. Where we come, we go start for put on our calls them through. Then after the calls session, they will continue with the interview with the Dr. Kendall Docker, a UEFA licensed coach and instructor. Where don't they tell we the effective pathway of our players for progress. Also like how they rush to play them. Take them just quick one. It is not bad, but counting on them progress, we don't see several players who they were a joy to watch during a youthful age, but because of they don't get that kind of proper graduation for join elite clubs. Some of them are not even actively playing football again. Some don't all before the time. But let's go for a break. We come. We'll continue with this conversation.
You dey look for best betting experience? Register with 1xBet today and enjoy. When you register with 1xBet, I say then go give you 200% bonus by your first deposit. And when you complete your registration, side day we then go ask you for put your official promo code. Just put AMS232. 1xBet. Try get on your phone. 1xBet get fine game them like casino game, card game, and they all get sober winning. They get football, basketball, tennis, and boku other one them with live updates. Register with your phone and make sure say you register with valid ID card. And when you done your registration, screenshot them for Bambai. You can withdraw and deposit with Colats, with Orange Money, Afri Money, 1xBet Cash, MasterCard, or Visa Card. 1xBet, they sponsor La Liga, Serie A, League One, Confederation of African Football, and a partnership with FC Cologne. That not done, then get them brand ambassador them like Yemata, the Laughing Matter, Crack Twist and Zamza, Robino, the comedian, and plenty plenty other one them. One next bet, play on today. Forget you're winning. And not forget to bet responsibly. The office the Lumley Beach Road by Empire Night Club. But if you're not able to reach there, call on a telephone number 076 100 338 or 078 206 171. Experience. Register with 1xBet today and enjoy when you register with 1xBet. I say, then go give you 200% bonus by your first deposit. And when you complete your registration, side it, we then go ask you for put your official promo code. Just put AMS232. 1xBet. Try get on your phone. 1xBet get fine game them like casino game, card game, and they all get sober winning. They get football, basketball, tennis, and boku other one them with live updates. Register with your phone and make sure say you register with valid ID card. And when you done your registration, screenshot them for Bambai. You can withdraw and deposit with Colats, with Orange Money, Afri Money, 1xBet Cash, MasterCard, or Visa Card. 1xBet, they sponsor La Liga, Serie A, League One, Confederation of African Football, and a partnership with FC Cologne. That not done, then get them brand ambassador them like Yemata, the Laughing Matter, Crack Twist and Zamza, Robino, the comedian, and plenty other one them. 1xBet, play on today. Forget you're winning. And not forget to bet responsibly. The office the Lumley Beach Road by Empire Night Club. But if you're not able to reach there, call on a telephone number 076 100 338 or 078 206 171. 1xBet, I'll win you this week.
Welcome back from the break on 99.3 FM this morning. So let's go now and start for Pikuna calls 079 994 993. Call and be part of the program this morning. And the Africa Cup of Nations round of 16 knockout, they officially starts tomorrow. And you're not going to miss any of the moments then they again on Slick TV, as we will bring to you extensively all the knockout actions right in Morocco for the AFCON 2025. 079 994 993. Call we now and be part of the program this morning. 079 994 993. Calling Yusuf, be part of the program this morning. We are discussing a very, very, very good conversation. So this is something you should be part of. Won't forget more calls in the program, definitely. So let's see how many calls we can put through in the program. But let's just going to bring to you some updates around the Africa Cup of Nations as we the way forget some calls. So the group stage team of the competition don't be announced. They are surprising names. We miss out, but of course this we are professional ex-footballers, coaches. We put this list together. Call me first on 079 994 993. Let's have more calls in the program. 079 994 993. Call and be part of the program this morning. 079 994 993. Please not flash the line. Just go straight and call in the program. We don't forget Mr. Kanasiu. We hope that he will call now in the program as he listen to the show. Let's take this first caller on the line. Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yes, your name was Ali. Call you from?
Ali Kagwari call from Unity.
Yes, Ali, go ahead and make your contribution.
Yeah, because I'm starting player and they see the game of trouble end of the day. You have seen the Reebok. And in addition to the chance for Google, yes. And we just want Mr. Hotel to get somebody back with the making that just and then we so like what I say, this is anything they special and put on this kind of this for this. And also they will make up. So I want to know about the game of the round 16 of the Africa Nations Cup, the thing they
all right. We get what you say. Let's still put some calls 079 994 993. I number that you could call and be part of the program. So the group stage team of the competition don't be announced. Well, the man in goal is Egypt, then goalkeeper Mohamed El Shawani. The two centre backs are Tapsoba from Burkina Faso and Twan Zombi from DR Congo. The left back is Abdi from Tunisia. The right back is Mazwari from Morocco. Defensive midfielder is Carlos Baleba from Cameroon. The two attacking midfielders, Brahimi from Morocco and Ademola Lukman from Nigeria. And the striking front, From the right hand is Riyad Mahrez. The left side is Sadio Mane. And the man striking in for them is Amad Diallo from Cote d'Ivoire. So this now how the group stage team been look like. Now I'll just bring to you some of the matches we get for play in the Nations Cup. Well, let's have more calls. 079994 993. Mr. Kanasiu want for make some parts in the program. The phone line is open now, so you go definitely call in, be part of the program. 079994 993. So with the Africa Cup of Nations, I just going through to the two matches. Then we will start tomorrow in the knockout phase. So Senegal will play against Sudan, and that game they go play at 4. Senegal will play Sudan at 4, and Mali will play against Tunisia 7 o'clock. So all of this game, if it end in 90 minutes, 120 minutes, then they will get the opportunity for a post-game penalty shootout. That's not the fixture for tomorrow. So I'll just bring to you fixtures for Sunday in the Nations Cup. So on Sunday, Morocco going to entertain Tanzania, and South Africa will play against Cameroon at 7. Then on Monday, Egypt will play against Benin. Nigeria will play against Mozambique. Algeria will play against DR Congo. Let's get more calls in the program. 079-994-993. My number that you could call this morning and be part of the program. 079-994-993. Mr. Kanasiu, one for adding voice in which we discussed this morning. The opportunity now is open. We hope that you could call and be part of the program. 079-994-993. Let's go for let's just take one short break where we can. We'll join Kendall back again, and let's start for almost come to the end of this conversation.
You look for best betting experience? Register with 1xBet today and enjoy. When you register with 1xBet, I say, then go give you 200% bonus by your first deposit. And when you complete your registration, side it, we then go ask you for put your official promo code. Just put AMS232. 1xBet. Try get on your phone. 1xBet get fine game them, like casino game, card game, and they all get sober winning. They get football, basketball, tennis, and boku other one them with live updates. Register with your phone and make sure say you register with valid ID card. And when you done your registration, screenshot them for Bambai. You can withdraw and deposit with Colats, with Orange Money, Afri Money, 1xBet Cash, Mastercard.
All right, let's take this next caller. Hello, good morning.
How are you?
Yes, your name was call you from?
I'm from Mohammed.
Your name?
Mohammed Kamara.
Yes.
Mohammed Kamara from Mambulu.
Yes.
Me, I did try swap because I don't top up. Tell you for Epic Radio. You up to now, I don't see message.
We're not getting anything. Well, sadly, please just make your point on which we discuss. Please, which you to talk no day in my knowledge. I beg your pardon, please. 07994 993, a number that you could call and be part of the program this morning. Well, sadly, we not get. Let's take this next caller. Hello, good morning. Yes.
Good morning.
Yes.
Chairman Alex.
Yeah, Chairman Alex. Please go ahead and make your point.
Happy New Year, bro.
Many happy
And
returns.
I just want to know about the Nations Cup pictures and the team that we don't qualify because I just the tune, the honor 16. And so be I just want to tell you, say, the Europe Premier League, na tough league they play so. We I believe say we don't forget some bad news about some big team. We don't forget relegate. If they not try for passing them seat belts, it will be a problem for them. And I believe say that the new team NSF ready for staying at the Europe Premier League this season. So I know say NSF therefore give the big team a tough time inside the game. Them the officiating of the referees them is superb. The referee them they try and they praise the referee association for their good job. We see game that they play and we see they take action against Gafari, them way a good one for the league. I was going to say kudos to Babadi and the Premier League board chairman, and to rest of the Salon Premier League. Thanks, Chairman Alex.
All right. Let's see how many calls we will take. We'll take 2 more calls and go back to we guest. We'll get now. Well, it's a virtual guest, by the way, but he don't give some very, very, very good. So let's put one. I think I'd wait for Mr. Canasio. I think one for making submission in the program, but I think at the conjunction of the line, perhaps I'm going to even get more calls in the studio. We always don't notice that. But call me on 079-994-993. Once how many calls we get before entertain. Because the moment we go back to we guest, we're not going to take more calls again in the program. So we'll only call the day first, and but before we call the day first, let's look at the 11th edition of the VETSCAN competition. Now we don't take the knockout stage, but let's just quickly make some clarification. So the National Association of Football VETSCANs, the 11th edition knockout the 11th edition of the Inter-VETSCAN competition go commence tomorrow in the knockout phase as retired heroes go play against Wilberforce Village VETSCANs, and this game will play at the Football Academy at 8 a.m. in the morning. So if I just be part of them, and of course, look at some of the big players. We don't really play the game of football in this country. But I just start up with the VETSCAN competition. If we celebrate VETSCAN competition now in the country, has to be with a fine gentleman, Ahmed Sasso. We all know when football been die in this country during Madam Archie tenure in the 8 years, he fought so hard for unite the football family and come up with an initiative that football for play in respect of the confusion allowed in the inside salon football. He used this as an opportunity for talk to and colleague players, then start up with VETSCAN competitions. Fast forward, this competition on gain a lot of momentum. Fast forward, this competition on creates a significant bond will not be ever there among VETSCAN players. It started free, but now VETSCAN clubs then they even pay. They register for play this competition. So now at the 11th edition, something that started small by Ahmed Sasso and in team, single-handedly, and get the idea, then he gets a dedicated team around the EPAM over the years. Now then gets the 11th edition. The knockout starts tomorrow at the Football Academy. National retired heroes, they play against Wilberforce Village VETSCANs, 8:30 in the morning at the Football Academy. Just be part of them, and arguably you'll see the best of players we not been watched when they play active football, courtesy of Ahmed Sasso. He's the brain, he's the man we fought so hard for bring VETSCANs them together and call on the VETSCAN Unite. Something we started smaller, now at the 11th edition. He's been the sponsor of the competition. So the knockout starts tomorrow. Be part of them as we'll see national retired heroes, the likes of Mohamed Kalon, John Kista, Tostao, Agina, the list goes on and on. Go play against Richard Hindolo Senensi and Atoba, their own VETSCAN team, now the village. Join them tomorrow. It's starting at the Football Academy, I get for Dede, and you will see the very best of VETSCAN football. So that's all for the VETSCAN competition. Now let's go over again, and let's join Kendall Decker again for bringing to you the final part now of this conversation, as we're expecting some really good feedback as one more they come to the end of this conversation. We'll try to get Kendall Decker back on the line. But today on Friday, we all know say Friday, we can get some few time for ad before we bring the program to an end. So that is somebody say for again the fixture of the Nations Cup. I don't announce that. So we'll try to get Kendall again in a short while for that we able to continue with the conversation. But first, let's go for a break. Log connects Kendall, quick one, and bring the program to an end.
You dey look for best betting experience? Register with 1xBet today and enjoy when you register with 1xBet. I say dem go give you 200% bonus by your first deposit. And when you complete your registration, side day wey dem go ask you for put your official promo code. Just put AMS232. 1xBet. Try get on your phone. 1xBet get fine game them like casino game, card game, and they all get sober winning. They get football, basketball, tennis, and boku other one them with live updates. Register with your phone and make sure say you register with valid ID card. And when you done your registration, screenshot them for Bambai. You can withdraw and deposit with Colat, with Orange Money, Afri Money, 1xBet Cash, Mastercard, or Visa Card. 1xBet, they sponsor La Liga, Serie A, League One, Confederation of African Football, and a partnership with FC Cologne. That not done, then get them brand ambassador them like Yemata, the Laughing Matter, Crack Twist and Zamza, Robino, the comedian, and plenty other one them. 1xBet, play on today, forget you're winning. And not forget to bet responsibly. The office the Lumley Beach Road by Empire Night Club. But if you're not able to reach there, call them a telephone number 076 100 338 or 078 206 171. 1xBet, I'll win you this week.
Welcome back from the break. We'll be joined again by we guests in the studios partially. We don't talk a lot, so now we almost come to the end of the program. We barely get 5 more minutes for bringing this program to an end. Now, let's look at the possibilities. Now, what's not the role of local clubs and NGO or government initiative for support youth football development in the country? 3 questions from local clubs to NGOs in the country and to the government as a whole, which seems to be the initiative for support youth football development.
Yes, very good questions. Because there every when it comes to sports development, you get different pieces, and all the pieces, and then when you put them together, now they make now they bring a holistic football or sports development. So government's role are for provide the infrastructure, and that does not only include the facilities. Infrastructure also include access in sports management, education, and coaching education as well. Not they can also provide that access through the university system and or through through vocational institutions then.
Mm-hmm.
And also policies, tax policies, for example, policies for encourage football investment. So the NSA and the president a few years back talk about the sports basket funds that still has not been implemented yet. So they can say, for example, when you go buy you go buy fuel at a station, they can tax. They can add a little bit of tax. I'm not saying that's what they should do. Let people not attack me.
Mm-hmm.
It's just an example. They can add a little bit of tax. Say for any 1 gallon where you buy, 2 cents they go to what sports development, or where people then go register certain certain business, then take some tax there where they go to what sports development. So there are so many ways they can provide incentives to corporations. Then say if you invest or donate certain amount of money to what tax,
Mm-hmm.
will they give you these tax breaks? So so as I say, infrastructure, which includes coaching education, policies in place, and also guardrails them for provide a safe playing environment, whether it's like child abuse policies and all that in the day. So the government gets a lot for do in terms of sports the development. The clubs it's connected to the league, obviously. The clubs then get for developed players, get for developed players. Um, that's the bottom line. Invest in youth development, invest in facilities, even invest in the senior team, whether it's making sure the players are paid on time and effectively, and also provide the right environment for the players, therefore able for enjoy playing the game and improve. For the club, this is a business. They want for make more, they want for develop players them when they go for sell, and they also want for compete. So then get for do what it takes. But as I can always say, we get forget a league that's profitable. Mohammed Karan, when he used Forget Saying Facebook show, which I was guest in that show on multiple occasions, he always say if the Premier League say, okay, if you win the league, you dey get $200,000. Then Ingo get mine for go spend $100,000. This is just an example for invest. So he will get that $200,000. But if you only dey get $20,000, I think so that's the amount now or so, or 50,000. I don't know if you even
It's about 700 million now for this time.
for the champion, right?
Yes, yes. Perhaps
So
it might increase to 1 billion newly owned.
so 1 billion will be 50,000.
50,000, yes.
Close to that. Okay, yeah, but prior to that, 700, so that's about 35,000 or so. So if you get that amount there, and mind you, in development, in developed leagues, then maybe they get like 100 million or so, or maybe a couple of 100 million. Or I don't know. I don't know the amount. I know research on it before I come. Yeah, so. But apart from that money they get from the league based on their performance, then they get money from other areas them as well, and that's not even the number one source of revenue. The number one source of revenue now, the commercialization of the clubs then, where from sponsors then. That's their number one source of revenue. Say for example Nike, like the kit deal, for example, then you can't to like get takings and all that thing. So the commercialization, but we now get the access to, and again that's something the Premier League can continue for work on, for provide access to. So club they not only depend on that money they get from the Premier League, whether it's through the standing or through the subvention where then they give them before the start of the league. So this has to be done in a very professional manner. You need business experts then for calm and put a business plan in place.
Okay.
The MLS is the fastest growing league now the world over the past 10 years. It's not the Premier League, it's the Major League Soccer where you look at growth. Obviously, the Premier League is a well-developed league for like decades, 3-4 decades now. But when you look at growth, the rate of growth, the Major League Soccer is the fastest growing over the past decades, and it didn't just happen by accident or by chance, because they had a plan. The commissioner of Major League 20 years ago, he set a business plan and say, in the next 20 years, we want all MLS teams that forget in your stadium. Well, maybe just come America. Then when they play at the artificial turf field, them where even Mark, where gets the American football mark now the field them. That's where like most of the major league games them they play. They feel away they see them mark them for play American football. All that they don't change. Literally 80% or more than 80% of MLS teams them now get stadium. And this is not because of the MLS team them genius or their own individual initiative. It's because of the leadership of the league, and they put together business plans and structures in place. So it all boils down to the federation and the league.
All right. Ken, we don't go above time. What will be your message? What will be your final message to youths them out there? And especially now, let us say youth. What will be your message to the technical department of the Sierra Leone Football Association?
Well, we recently appoint a technical director. Congratulations on his appointment. Um, so again, football is planning, is structure, it require expertise. So they need to engage people that's knowledgeable for support them in a consultancy role or just in an advisory role for put necessary programs them in place. So when it comes to youth football, for example, you need to have a a, a youth development roadmap from the Sierra Leone Football Association and a strategy for for educate the grassroots clubs and professional clubs then about the roadmap. And again, this is a long overdue process. I don't know where this new SLAFA leadership is right now. We still are not part of the CAF coaching convention. That's something they should prioritize and again engage Sierra Leoneans them where gets the expertise for help them for develop the syllabus that can get us approved into the CAF coaching convention. It is clearly unacceptable for a federation for they now we're going about 11, 12 years now where we federation not able to issue an accredited CAF coaching license. This is not something. This is not a rocket science. So that they should prioritize for bring back, CAF accredited licenses. Then, and it's not just coaching license. It's also, as we mentioned earlier, training for becoming a scout, training for becoming a technical director, training for become a data analyst, and all that the FA need for put in place. And I've always made myself known and available to them if they need my support, because I definitely know that I have unique expertise in these areas. They can always reach out, and I've reached out to them privately as well over the past few months.
We appreciate for we join this morning. We all know how difficult it is for one of the outs of this country. We appreciate you for joining with this at the program this morning. We'll bring in subsequent programs in the radio. We appreciate it. Plenty. Thank you to Kendall Doka. I want to say thank you to DJ Bishop. Pardon me, Konskiman Buji. Yes, I want changing name for one this morning. Thank you, Konskiman Buji, for your technical support. Obakar Bendu will make you stream on our Facebook page. We'll come to you on Monday again, but for now, have a wonderful day and goodbye.
Thank you, Toby. Thank you.